We're gonna get you in here, Kato, right? Huh? I gotta ask you though, okay? Is that a wig that you wear? Because it's like that all the time. You're gonna love the stories coming from here. You're gonna love the story.
We are here today with my special guest, Orlando Spado. We are here at the infamous Frankie's on Melrose. Welcome to a new episode of La Cena, where you enjoy dinner with me and guests, very special people, and it's our Valentine's Day episode. So what better than to have this sweetheart?
Oh my God, Valentine's Day, yeah.
Yes.
That's super.
Yes. So, Ori, what's going on? I know the traffic was hectic today in LA.
Yeah, people in Los Angeles can't do it without their cars or their phones.
That's right.
Huh?
I know that oh too well. Does Valentine's Day have like a special meaning for you?
None at all.
None at all, okay. Well, good. Well, at least we get to have a nice meal.
We're gonna have a great meal. Let me tell you folks about Frankie's restaurant. It's been here a very, very long time. Some of the finest Italian food that you're gonna get in Los Angeles. Now, years ago, this was a hangout. A lot of things happened in this place with gangsters. We all used to come here. There was a time the FBI had bugs in the ceiling here.
Wow.
There's a payphone behind us.
Yeah.
On Tuesday evenings, when that phone rang, it was from New York. Sonny Franchise would be calling me.
Oh my gosh.
So that's how we connected. Me and my partner at the time, John Damati, who is now dead, thank the Lord.
Rest in peace.
No, John passed away, but we used to hold court here on Tuesday evenings and solve people's problems. Burglars, all kinds of thieves would come to us. And, you know, we handled normal criminal business here.
Man.
But in addition, they had singers up there. It was like the karaoke thing, I think. You know, so everybody was able to get up and sing. It was a fun time. We always had two guys sitting at the bar, away from each other. Nobody ever knew they were with me and John. In case there was a problem, they were right there.
I'm halfway through your book, Ori.
Yeah?
Yes, I really was trying to finish the entire book. Oh, did you? Oh, wow. Thank you. Did you order that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For us.
Thank you so much. I just got to the part where you do mention Frankie's in your book. And I just thought it was super cool that you've had so many things happen here. You know, you are known as the Hollywood fixer. So
Yes, I'm still fixing too. I don't stop.
So go ahead and dig in if are you hungry?
Well, let me tell you, tell you a story. You know, Frankie's brother, Carmine, who is not alive, he passed away. But you won't believe this, but there was a time in Los Angeles where you could not find an Italian restaurant. Carmine's was one of the first. His son still runs it. It's on Santa Monica Boulevard. But, so that would be, Frankie would be his uncle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But it was Frankie's, it was Carmine's, it was Matteo's. Two of the first Italian restaurants. People don't, now today wherever you go, you got Italian restaurants all over. But there was a time in Los Angeles you could get an Italian meal.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we're here tonight with you. If I have some problems, am I still able to call Ori?
You do, yeah.
Because I know a couple people.
Yeah? Well,
I might tell you about.
let's try it. This looks really good.
So what did you order?
This is all I ordered so far.
What is this dish called?
This is mozzarella.
So, I mean, I'm not Italian, so I know these dishes, you know, I don't get to eat them as often as you do, I'm assuming.
Well, you know, like any ethnicity, we have our own food.
Yes.
Italian food, now, I used to, years ago, on Sunday, like a religious, I had to have pasta. It took me a long time to break that
I'm
habit.
sorry, sir. We need this table
Oh
when
my
you finish.
God.
We have to. This is
get-
dinner. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, our food is getting stolen
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys.
by
I'll get
Kato,
over here.
Kaelin.
I can't believe you're here. Everybody loves
Look
you.
at this
Hey,
guy.
How are you? Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Guy know who this
I
is?
love that. Finish your meal. I'll talk to you after.
All right, we'll see
I'm
you.
going to have a piccata.
Ooh, that sounds amazing. Man, you never know what's going to happen here in Hollywood. This is the land of dreams. And you and Kato, you were on his show yesterday, right?
Yeah, I was on Kato's show. He's got a show called Stories with Ori. I thought I was interviewing him, but he interviewed me.
So, did you guys, what stories did you and Kato talk about? I'm curious.
Oh my God, you're going to have to see it.
When is that
It's the
episode?
funniest interview I ever did. The guy's amazing. He's a very busy guy. You know, everybody knows him from being the guest of The Simpsons. But he's an actor, he's a comedian, very funny guy. And he's a really great guy, as you see. He needs a barber. All right? But we'll work on that.
Yeah, your podcast, your show, or Stories with Ori. Are you going through all of the times that you had, you know, with the gangsters, as you said? There's so many people in Hollywood that, you know, that were in the entertainment industry that were running with gangsters. Entertainment and that lifestyle, they go hand in hand, right? Back in Frank Sinatra's days.
Well, my two sons told me, don't eat with your mouth full, Dad.
On this show, we do. That's what it's all about. We're here to have
You
conversation.
know, you mentioned Frank Sinatra, and there's Dean Martin over there. I was friends with both.
That's
And on
great.
my Instagram and Facebook today, you'll hear a story about them. It happened to just be posted today on another interview I did with Joe Nazarian down in Newport Beach.
Will you tell us the story here?
Well, I don't know, I should be paid for it. I gotta tell it again.
Oh man, I did see you post that story on the Instagram.
Frank used to like to gamble, big time.
What was his game of choice?
Huh?
What was his game of choice?
Football, betting on football.
Really?
Yeah.
Sports better?
Yeah, football,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did
And
you?
in one weekend he lost $500,000,
I read that. I read that in your book.
but he couldn't tell his wife.
So,
So he got Dean Martin got it for him. Dean Martin loaned him the money. That's in my book. But Frank was a great guy. You know, we used to meet on Sunday nights. We hung out at Mateo's restaurant on Westwood Boulevard. And there's a well-known story. I never forget the night. Frank would come because there was smoking and non-smoking. He couldn't smoke around his wife. So he comes to the nostril, come on, buddy, just have a cigarette. He and I would sit at the bar, have a cigarette. But one night, we're waiting for the valet to bring the car. His valet brings his car. And Frank had $100. And he asked the guy, he said, what's the biggest tip you ever got? The guy said, $100, sir. So Frank goes back in his pocket, takes out another 100, and he said, here's 200. And he said, by the way, who gave you the $100? And the guy said, you did, sir.
That's so funny. What restaurant was that at? Was that here?
Mateo's on Westwood Boulevard.
Mateo. So that was another nice.
It was a restaurant owned by Matty Mateo, who was born in Hoboken, just like Frank. They were childhood friends. Frank put up the money for Matty to have the restaurant.
Wow.
And when the restaurant was going, Frank just gave him the whole stock, gave him all the stock. He said, it's all yours. So he was a generous guy. He gave, he helped people out.
So you're out here in California, originally from New York. What do you like about California better than New York?
The weather.
No.
What's there not to like about the weather?
Yeah. How was the rain these past days, though?
It was horrible. It was really terrible. I never saw in almost 50 years here in California. I didn't see it that bad.
Yeah, I know. How often do you go back to New York?
How can I go back to New York?
How often do you go back there?
I've been back to upstate New York, but I have not been back to New York City. The last time I was in New York City was December 16th, 2010. It was a really cold day,
Wow.
and that's the day they were transporting me out of Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC in Brooklyn. Put you on a bus, you got a t-shirt on, it's colder than hell. You're chained and shackled.
I read that in your book.
And
I
they
read
bring
about
you to
that.
Stewart Air Base. And then they fly you into Oklahoma. I spent one night there. And on December 17th, we landed in Victorville. The sun was shining. I wanted to kiss the ground. I was back home to California. And I thought I was going to Lompoc. Instead, they sent me to Victorville, and I spent over a month in Victorville. And December 17th just happened to be my birthday.
Wow. So that's a crazy story. So you haven't been back to New York since 2010.
No,
Oh my gosh.
New York City, no.
Yeah.
First thing is, I was on supervised release for 4 years, very stringent, even to the places that I could go, restaurants. I walk into a place, somebody's a felon, I could be violated. And with me, they would have violated me. Organized crime guys, they treat differently than regular guys. But it worked out because I took that time and I ended up writing my book.
Yeah, your book is very much a page turner. It was story after story of you dealing with different situations and then people calling you. You are a true entrepreneur, because you're making deals happen with people and just really finding the opportunity wherever you can.
There's a good gangster and a good businessman. They operate the same way.
Okay.
They got hustle every single day. Now, in the case of being a gangster like we were, you had to be able to you wake up every morning. What am I going to do today? What scam am I going to pull? And you had to do all these knowing you're being watched or followed by the FBI or the local organized crime groups. So but hustling it's been in my blood since I was 12 years old. And now I am 79, and it has not stopped. Even driving over here on a situation for some guy out of Florida whose daughter is left the house and came to California, and I try to put the problem together. I'm still working on those things.
Wow. So you're just gonna do this. You're gonna never stop taking these types of phone calls.
No, because I gotta see her. See, I answer my phone like a lot of people don't answer their phones today, because I don't know which phone call is going to be money. All right, somebody's going to have a problem. They're going to retain me. It's not that I'm Santa Claus and I do everything for nothing. Okay, I get retained. And you know, I don't work for a couple $100.
That's right.
So, you know, they better be ready if they need my services. That I will do it, I will handle it, I'll get it done immediately. Quicker than any lawyer in the country.
Yeah.
And I have a situation in Oregon with a lady who lives here. I handle the arbitration. You give me power of attorney. I got rid of the lawyers because they were ripping her off. And, you know, I handled it. We ended the arbitration last Friday. I think we're going to fare well on it.
Do you think you could have ever been a lawyer in another life?
No, because lawyers are crooks. Okay? They rob your time and your money, you know. They got a little timer next to their phone. You call them. You talk to them for 3 minutes. That's 3 minutes of an hour. Both you charge.
Yeah.
You know, I charge a flat fee. Okay, I'm fair. You know, people come to me. One lady, when I got out of prison, $2 million somebody robbed from her.
Man.
All right? I gave her a deal. 200,000. She gave me the first 100, maybe 110, somewhere around there. And but the first thing I had to do was find the guy. Okay? And I'm good at finding people. But it took me a while. But I finally found them. And, you know, finding the people. Lawyers can't find them. What are lawyers going to hire a private investigator and then charge the customer more money? So, you know, you got to know why you're hiring a lawyer. Even in criminal cases, I had 4 lawyers. I was called the renegade client in Brooklyn. They called me the renegade client because I was writing my own motion.
Yes, I read that. And you knew that the judge would be reading them.
That's the key. I had a judge that read everything. You know, I never met a stupid judge. I met good judges, bad judges, but never a stupid judge.
Yeah.
They are all very intelligent people, you know, and they have to go by what the law is.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate. I had the same judge that the cartel
Cartel guy?
he's in prison now.
Uh,
Guzman.
Who?
Guzman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He ended up with the same lawyer I had.
Wow.
Judge Brian Corgan. Hello, Judge Brian Corgan. I hope you're watching.
Hi, Judge. So you think Guzman was going to get out?
No.
Okay.
No, they got him in Denver. He's below ground. Nah. There's one place he's not going to be breaking out of. El Chapo. El Chapo is his name.
Yeah. That's a different sort of gang, right? The cartel, the different. Because the mafia is a whole other sort.
Well, you know, I separate what a gangster is. Okay? A gangster is a businessman that's extremely multitask and can do multiple things at one time. I do not consider drug dealers a gangster because they deal in one thing, drugs. Oh no, there's killings to go with it,
Right.
but that's related to the drugs. So I have to separate them. When I got out of prison, we used to have a little place I get espresso down on Santa Monica Boulevard near La Cienega. I was sitting there with a friend one day, outside, we're smoking. This couple comes walking by. And the woman stops right in front of me and looks at me, she said, "You're a gangster." I looked up at her, I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Thank you." I said, "I really appreciate that." I said, "See, because I'm a good gangster. I'm still alive." I said, "And I consider when you call me a gangster, it's like some mothers call their kids a lawyer or a doctor."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to have the know-how and the tenacity and common sense, smart street sense, you know, to be able to make strategic moves, right?
Yeah.
And stay alive and survive. So, well, what other stories can you tell us about, you know, your dealings with some of the infamous gangsters from New York?
I'm going to tell you, everybody wants to put me with the gangsters in New York.
There's so many movies made about gangsters in New York, you know. That's what New York is kind of associated with.
Yes, it is. It's the five families. Obviously, you see in my book, I knew tons of guys from all cities, bosses, men who go down in history.
Yeah.
You know, they associate me in New York with Sonny Frankie, who just passed away a couple years ago at the age of 103.
Wow.
But out here in California, my guy was Jimmy Conchi. And ounce for ounce, I put Jimmy up against anybody in New York. He was from Buffalo, New York. People used to think he and I were brothers. But, well, we got a lot of stories with me and Jimmy in there, too. But Jimmy was a very interesting character and probably one of the toughest guys they had out here in California. When I say toughest, when I say Jimmy is a guy who did work and had no problem doing work. And you got to figure out what that work is. I'm not going to tell you.
Exactly. And so you think that Frankie's is, you know, when they got wired in here, I know you were able to figure out a few times when your line was tapped.
Oh, yeah. Several times. I even found the illegal taps. They used to try to do illegal taps. But I would wait for the telephone guys to be in the area, have them open the box, slip them a couple $100, and they unplug it.
Yeah.
That used to drive me nuts. Frankie really got. There was a guy, was a friend of mine named Joe Dente from New York, and he hung around here all the time. He was very notorious, and that's when they started putting the bugs in the wall, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, they were in the light bulbs. The ceiling's different now.
Wow.
But look at the government is going to want you. They're going to go after you in any way possible. So I recommend to anybody out there that wants to be a gangster or you think you're a gangster, don't. You can't beat the law today. There's cameras no matter where you go. Everybody's got a self with a camera. They can't wait to take your picture. Strangers. You don't know. You're going to be seen. So my recommendation is find a job, find something they love. And I met a lot of young men that stay out of life of crime. You know, and knew a lot of guys in the Spanish area, okay, that I helped, and I helped them across all groups of people. And, you know, and I state in my book, if I helped one young man stay out of a life of crime, my book would be well worth it.
Yeah.
I have helped several, and that's probably my proudest thing that I could say I've done in my life, besides having my 3 children.
Yeah. You guys got to go read his book. I know it's in the works to become a movie. Anything you can tell us about that?
Yeah. It's being written and directed by George Gallo. George Gallo did Midnight Run, one of the best movies ever written, with Robert De Niro and Grodin in it. He wrote Bad Boys,
Wow.
yeah, and many others. So he is writing and directing. Sean Robbins is a producer, along with Nick Vallanoga, who won Best Picture of the Year for Green Book. And it's not going to be your typical shoot 'em up, kill 'em mob movie. It begins in Rome, New York, where I was born. I'm 12 years old and I'm in a toy store. And there's a girl there with her mother, and the girl is 9 years old. And she wants the Barbie doll. The mother tells her they cannot afford it.
I read this in your book.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
And
I know what happens.
This poor girl is crying. So Ori does the right thing. He steals the Barbie doll and gives it to her. Fast forward, that girl becomes the FBI agent, the dog's Ori.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say, this is turning into a love story.
That's right, exactly right.
This is perfect theme for today's episode.
That's all I know. George said he'll be finished with another couple of weeks with it. And I'm excited. Can't wait to read it.
That's awesome. You definitely have a life worthy of being turned into a movie. All of the things that you were able to, navigate. I don't know how you went through so many situations and you're still here with us, defending all of these people and getting people's money back for them.
You know, I'm 79 years old, and every day I can't eat. I ask myself, how did I do all this?
Crazy, I know.
How do I do all these things? How do I know? But you know what? I'm a I communicate with people. I understand, and I always walk in another man's shoes. Because, when there's a problem, there's three sides to a story. And that's why we, within our life, have a sit down. There's your side, my side, and the truth.
Yeah.
And so there's always three sides to a story.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I've handled several sit downs in my life
Oh my gosh.
and
So-
had to make decisions,
Yeah.
big decisions.
Yeah. That movie is gonna be so crazy because the book. I'm telling you, it's a page turner.
Well, thank you.
I've been, spending time reading it every night. I think it's really cool that you included your arrest documents at the end of the book. I mean, to me, that really just like made it like click for me. I was like, oh, damn, he really, faced these charges, did the time. You said you got locked up one time when you were 60. How old were you when you got locked up?
Oh, I was young. That wasn't no big deal. Let's see, the first time I got locked up, what?
The one that you did the 5-year.
The 5 years? What?
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't it the last time you?
It was the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been arrested 2 times before that.
Oh, I thought that was the only time you got caught.
No, I had another federal case out of Syracuse, New York, in 1979 it was, I guess. And then I had a California state case. That was for the robbery of the cable boxes.
Oh, I read that story. That was a crazy story. He set up like a movie filming, made it look like a legit filming
And I was robbing the LA City jail. See, how many people rob a jail?
I know.
Okay.
I know, that's so crazy. To even think to do that, like, figuring out, that's what I'm saying. You like see the opportunity and things that I would never even fathom. And then you execute on your plan.
Yeah. I figure a way, there's always a way to do something. I strategize, I think.
Yeah.
This is good.
It is so good. I want more, but I don't want to eat it all from you.
You want to know it? No, you finish that.
Okay. So, when's the last time you've been to Frankie's? When's the last time you've been here?
I can't remember.
Really?
Sometime after when I got released. I don't go out as often as I used to.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing what I used to do.
Yeah.
You know?
I can understand that.
I normally don't like moving too far from my home.
Yeah. And I just want to mention to everyone how you and I came across each other, how we crossed paths was you were huge on Clubhouse. Anyone's familiar with the app during the COVID, Ori had rooms full of people listening,
Man, we used to get a couple thousand people in a room those days.
Yeah, I think it was like one of the largest rooms on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Ori used to be in there.
During the pandemic, Clubhouse was really great. I could go into a room, they immediately brought me up on stage.
Yep.
And I tell you, I would sell every room I go in. If I went in 5 rooms one night, I sold 25 books.
Yeah.
On my website, you get an autograph book. Otherwise, people could purchase it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. You want an autograph book, gotta go to my website, theaccidentalgangster.com.
Yes, go pick up one of his books from his website or Amazon or Barnes & Noble. But like he said, I mean, I have the autograph version. You can check that out on my Instagram. I did post that. Love the message you wrote on there for me. And the book has been such a great read. It's been a fun read. It's been an unbelievable read. And I'm just like, it's just story after story. So hence your podcast, Stories with Ori.
Stories with Ori.
So how often are you doing your show?
Once a week.
Okay. Where do you shoot it at?
We shoot at a studio in Brentwood on San Vicente Boulevard. Very, very beautiful studio. And I have different guests, variety. I don't do a lot of the gangster stuff.
No?
No. I'm sick and tired of gangsters. I live the life.
So what are you talking about then?
You know, I'm not one of these YouTubers that going on there. On YouTube, most of the guys got big rooms are rats. And what they're doing is making the ones who follow them rats. Okay? And I don't like rats.
Yeah.
So I get upset with that there.
Hey.
So I try to stay away from it because I actually live the life. I know what the freak is about.
Yeah.
Okay, I know more than most people that are alive today.
Yeah.
You know, there's not many of us old timers around that could talk about the old days.
Yeah,
of life.
especially with Frank Sinatra and who knows.
Frank, you know, everybody says Frank Sinatra. Okay?
He
He
was-
was not in the fucking mob.
No?
No.
He wanted to be though, right?
No.
He didn't?
Where do you get this from?
I just feel like well, what was his song? The Kick in the Head song.
It has nothing to do with the mob.
Okay. I just know it's
People keep wanting to say that. They worked in nightclubs. Who owns the nightclubs? Mob guys in those
Yeah.
days. That doesn't make them in the mob.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're gonna clear up the rumors right now. Frank Sinatra was not a gangster.
No, he was not. He was a singer.
Did you?
You know, it's like saying Kato's a gangster because he's in a nightclub because it was owned by gangsters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. Let's clear up some rumors. You know, and that's how rumors do have them, though. You know, people associate you with other people, and you automatically get a label.
Well, look at now you're a gangster. These guys are a gangster
Hey,
because you're doing a show
I'm a
with
gangster,
me. With
actually.
me, right?
Hey, I don't deny that. No, I'm just kidding. I've done some, you know, activities that I can't talk about. But
Yeah.
if you listen to my personal podcast, I might drop some secrets on there.
Oh yeah, so you're a bad girl.
Reformed bag girl.
We're all reformed. But trust me, if I had the choice, I would go back to my old life. If things were like they were in the old days. Like the old days. They'll change. But, you know, I enjoy myself. It
Yeah.
was my life, my destiny. I don't blame nobody. I got no hatred toward anybody. Not even the rats who informed on me. You know, what good is it going to do to carry hatred around?
Yeah.
Not doing me any good.
I love your view of life, you know, straight shooter, my kind of people. I love straight shooters. I don't know if you believe in horoscopes, but you're also Sagittarius.
Huh?
I said I don't know if you believe in horoscopes, but you're also a Sagittarius.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a Sagittarius. And Sagittarius I feel, do like to get involved in many, many things. So that's definitely one of the characteristics that you have. So I think you're a true Sag.
I think I am, yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure if
Is
you
it
would.
raining outside?
I hope not. No, please. I hope the rain does not. It's raining again.
Is it raining? Man.
Oh my gosh. Hey, you never know when this rain is going to let up. But hopefully the storms are not coming back.
Huh?
Hopefully there's no more storms.
No, the weather looked like it was going to be sunny.
I know.
But it's right. You want to eat that?
Yeah. Why, you want it?
Go ahead, eat it.
I-
I'll order another one.
What about bread? Do you like bread?
Yeah, I don't want bread. I want another one now.
This was really good.
Yeah. Maybe we should.
He's. What is this called? He was gonna get you another one.
Tell Rose. No, you know what? Tell Rosemary to pick out another good appetizer.
So Ori, we're gonna be looking at your show on YouTube. Stories with Ori comes up. When does it drop? What weekday? Day of the week?
Normally on Thursday. Today, we just dropped one on Frank Vanessa, the most decorated DEA agent in history,
Okay.
who went undercover, all 5 crime families. Frank Vanessa.
Oh, Panessa.
He went undercover, all 5 crime families in New York, plus Philadelphia and Detroit and Sicily. He brought down the pizza connection. Everybody remember the pizza connection?
Is the pizza connection related to the weird stuff in Hollywood?
No, has
Okay.
nothing to do with Hollywood.
Okay. Then no. What is it?
The pizza connection, we're bringing in heroin.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. And he brought that down. He went undercover inside a federal prison as an inmate.
That takes balls.
Yeah. And we're working on a TV series called The Chameleon about Frank Panessa. Now, that interview was just posted. You got to go to my Stories with Ori on YouTube and watch that because he's one amazing guy.
Is he still around?
Yep. Yeah, he lives in Maryland.
Does he know you did the show on him?
He had to be there.
Oh, he was on it with you. Wow, that's amazing.
He was on by Zoom, but yeah. No, Frank has become a friend, nice guy, and, we become friends, and here again, I needed a private investigator for another situation down in Florida just yesterday, and he found a guy, and
Really?
yeah, and I made the introduction, yeah.
Ori, I didn't know you were still working. Watch out, guys, because I'm gonna tell Ori about those 2 people that owe me money.
Why would I stop working? When I stop working, I'm going to be dead.
Man, well, I think your movie put a lot of these things, these stories out there, A lot more people are going to find out about you once that comes out.
Well, you got to realize when Hollywood does a movie, it's not going to be exactly what is in the book. They take it and then they're going to make it for Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I
That's
recommend anybody who's interested, you want to hear truth, no bullshit, my book's a real book. Has an index. Most games don't have index. I feel that's very important. I won't read a book if it does not have an index. And did you read the letters at the end of my book?
I'm telling you, I got to the part where all the photos are in the middle, and because I was like, man, I really want to get to the end of the book, but I ran out of time before tonight. But tell us about the letters.
There's letters that I wrote to some of my friends who are dead.
Oh yeah, because I try to like peek
My
what was back
ex-wife
in the end.
wrote a letter to her.
Which one?
The second one.
Oh, okay.
The first one, I said something in my first book, and she said, "Don't mention me." She and I talk occasionally, but my second wife and I don't.
Yeah, I remember you told her not just to live her life because
Yeah.
she got upset with her husband and used you in the argument.
Said Ori wouldn't have done it that way.
Yeah.
Woman, don't ever tell your husband that.
Comparing him to
Don't ever
your
compare
previous
your husband
spouse.
to a previous boyfriend or husband. Never.
And you told her not to do that,
Yeah.
and you told her to have a nice life.
Yeah. But somehow she knew when I went to prison, and she knew when I got out. I happen to know that.
Well, so after you got divorced from her, you just decided to focus on work then.
Just have a different woman every day.
Hey!
Not getting married again.
That's the way to do it. That's the advice. Don't worry. All right. Okay, so final words. You know, the night is getting late.
Getting late. You've been here a long time. You know, I was just reminded, standing at the bar over there, my son was with me and I fainted.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. Because he and Frankie, they remembered it, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And they had to call the paramedics. I don't know why.
I think that's in your book, isn't it? I think I remember
I
reading
can't
that.
remember.
I think I remember reading that, but you didn't say why that happened either in the book. But you did say that, yeah, that happened at the bar. Yeah, I think that's in your book. I did read that. But what do you think? You like seafood?
Don't you?
Yeah. Calamari is one of my favorites.
Fried calamari. Well,
So we're going to anticipate your book. Your movie. We're going to anticipate your movie. The food is so good here. Check out Frankie's. Frankie is here. Did you see him?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We took a picture.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Weren't you in it?
No, I didn't get in the picture.
Wasn't she in there?
No. Yeah, no, I didn't get in the picture. But we'll take another one before we leave.
Yeah.
With you and your son, Anthony, came to support. I love that you have your kids that they're always helping you stuff. And
I did something right in my lifetime.
yeah. Yeah. But this restaurant is so like historic, and I'm happy that we got to film here with you.
Hey, Frankie. Yeah.
The Frankie, the owner.
Hey, everybody. I want you to meet Frankie, the owner of the restaurant that we've been talking about all evening here.
Well,
You just speak right into it.
I can speak into it.
Yeah,
Well,
Frankie's
this is
been
my dear friend of at least 50 years.
Gotta be.
And then I don't want to tell you how old we are, but it's at least 50 years.
We're the same age, too.
So
We're both 51.
we lived in a great time in this country, and a great time in America, and certainly a great time in Los Angeles.
But folks, this is Frankie, Melrose Avenue. This is where you come, the finest Italian food in the city. Thank you.
Thanks, Lori.
All right, Frankie.
Nice to see you.
Thank you, Frankie. So we have taken up a lot of light in this restaurant. It's usually dim when we put the bright lights in here.
Yeah, this is the brightest I've ever seen it in here.
Shout out to our lighting team, Willie. And we had to do it so we could shoot. And
That's good.
yeah, the pizza's really good. But I guess that's an Italian thing.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an Italian thing.
So, well,
I think, I don't know, what more we can do here.
yeah. Basically, you know, we'll be definitely doing more things together. I happened to see Ori at Freeway Ricky's grand opening of his cannabis dispensary. I went right up to him and I was like, "That's the accidental gangster." And I was like,
Boy,
"Ori."
you remember me from Clubhouse.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But that was the first time I had seen you in person. And you were a super hit at that event. So, you know, I know Freeway Ricky's a huge fan of yours.
Good fun, yeah. Ricky's a great guy. You know, he's also into motivation, helping people. And that's what I try to do. Try to make people happy, find something they love in life. And being happy is very important because most people in today's world, they're not happy. They're living glued to these goddamn things. They walk down the street looking.
And don't notice what's right in
They
front of
don't
them.
even know. They don't care if they get hit by a car. It's gotta stop, folks. Gotta start talking to people. Find out who they are. They go on it. They want a girl, they go on the phone. They go to these websites, these apps, and different things. And they're still not talking. They do it by text. You don't know who you're talking to. You know. So you gotta be careful in today's world. Communication is the key to success.
Yeah.
And I will end this on that note, my friend.
Okay. I agree. You know, it goes down to the fundamentals of one-on-one communication. You know, I've been hanging around with Ori a couple of times. Met up with you. You know, your son was there. We got my boy Julio on the FaceTime and made it a mini meeting, but it was a good time to talk to you.
Well, you know, I want to thank you, Angelica, for this here, meeting these gentlemen. You're putting together something good. And I wish you all the best. I'll be here. You guys need my help.
Thank you, Ori.
Okay?
Yeah, and don't forget, we're streaming this on Chicano Hollywood TV, now on Roku. This episode is going to be there. So thank you guys for watching. And if you're ever in the Hollywood area, stop by Frankie's, and you too can have a little bit of gangster history.
I want to thank everybody.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
All right.
It sound right, boys.
It sound right, boy.